Okay, all right. In this video, hello everybody and welcome. In this video, we are going to again study what we have learned. We are going to try to use them. Okay, we are going to try to use what we have learned. Again, we are going to talk about doing something and doing something how ya da by doing what doing something, okay, and again achieving something, succeeding something, accomplishing something, and yes, succeed in doing something, cope with doing something like this. Yes, get started let's get started practicing those extremely useful expressions. Okay, all right. Yes, for example, you can increase your vocabulary. Okay, you can increase your vocabulary, but how? Yes, but by doing what? By doing what? How can I increase my vocabulary? Yes, and Alex also asked the same question. How do I increase my vocabulary? It's a matter of vocabulary building. Okay, by using a vocabulary list, try to write short stories and compositions. So you can expand your vocabulary by writing short stories, okay? And by writing compositions, short compositions, maybe paragraphs. Yes, you can increase your vocabulary by writing short compositions. Yes, as you see, it's not a matter of memorizing. It's expanding vocabulary or enriching vocabulary is all about doing something, practicing something. What does the gift say? Fable vision learning. Yeah, story vision learning. Words and their stories. Grow your word collection. Increase your word collection. Learn the story behind the word. Now, trip 2. How by doing? Yes. How by doing experiments? Yes. By writing, by reading, by swimming, by riding, by sailing, by rowing a boat. Yes, you can cross the river. How can I cross the river? You can cross the river by rowing a boat. Okay. Now, dialogue 1. I can improve my vocabulary by making up short stories with them, with the vocabularies. How can you improve your vocabulary in English? So I can improve my vocabulary in English by making up dialogues like this. You learn a word or a phrase, for example, make up. Okay, you look it up in the dictionary, and then you see the example sentences there, you see the explanation of it, and then you try to make your own sentences. How? Like this. For example, I can improve my vocabulary by making up short stories with them. Okay. So how can you improve your vocabulary in English? I can improve my vocabulary in English by making up dialogues like this. Example, question, and answer. ICA dialogues. Okay, here's a caricature cartoon. It's about ordering at a restaurant in English. What did I write? Inspired by. Being inspired by this cartoon. I'll have pineapple juice. I'll have pineapple juice. Will you have anything to drink? Yeah, will you have anything to drink? Yes, please. Let me have orange juice. Okay. Now ordering at a restaurant in English. Can I see a menu, please? I'd recommend the soup. I'll have the pizza. Anything to drink means will you have? Will you have? Okay. Will you have anything to drink, or do you want anything to drink? Would you like anything to drink? All are possible. I'd like the check. I'd like the check, please. I want the check, please. I'd like the check, please. Thank you. Have a good night. Thank you. Have a good night. Yes. Thank you. I wish you a good night. Have a good night. Dialogue 2. I think I can improve my accent by talking to native English speakers. Yeah, it must be. It must be a good way of improving, making our accent better by talking to native speakers in English, at least by listening to their videos on YouTube. Yes. How can you improve your accent? I can improve my accent by watching, listening, and repeating English sentences in English videos on YouTube. Career, get started now. Moving forward. Moving forward. If you want, you can find a lot of ways to improve your speaking, your reading, your writing. Yes. Dialogue 3. In my opinion, a good way to learn, noun to do, way to do. A good way to learn idioms is by watching American movies. Yes, it is by watching American movies. What is it? It is, in my opinion, a good way to learn idioms. Okay, a good way to learn idioms is by watching American movies. What is another good way to learn English idioms? Of course, another good way to learn English idioms is to speak to the native speakers, to get help from a tutor, for example. Okay, dialogue 4. Students can become better writers by doing what? By writing short English stories. How else can students become better writers? They can also become better writers by listening to stories again and again. Dialogue 5. A good way to learn, a good technique to learn, a good method to learn, a good way to learn new vocabulary is by doing translation exercises. What is a better way to increase vocabulary? Reading and writing together is a better way to increase vocabulary. What is the best way to expand vocabulary? Reading, writing, and speaking is the best way to expand vocabulary. Or watch English videos. The best way to expand vocabulary, the best way to expand. Okay, good way, better way, the best way. The best way to expand vocabulary is by watching English videos, or is to express purpose, also be used like this, to watch English videos. But now our topic is by doing something that you are already familiar with it. It is not new to you. People can become faster readers by writing something in English. How else can people become faster readers? People can also become faster readers by reading a passage again and again, by repeating, by rereading a short passage. I can practice my English both fluently and correctly by getting help from a tutor. How can you practice your English? Yes, I can practice my English by listening videos in English on YouTube. Aiming high. Yes, aim is both a noun and a verb. So aiming high means aspiring to be successful, to do great things, and to have high goal. Yes, aiming high. One thing is good, but it is weak according to aspire. So aspire means wanting something strongly. Okay, seriously. Aspiring to be successful, to do great things, and to have high goals. Yes, aiming high is this. We aim higher every time. Yeah, it is of course better. Aiming high is good, but aiming higher and higher and higher is much better. But aiming the highest is the best, naturally. Okay. Do you speak English? Yes, I can. Do you speak English? There are two images. One of them say yes or no. In the black and white cartoon says, yes, I can. Okay. I think, to show ability. Yeah, yes, I can do this. Okay. To develop self-confidence. Okay. Of course, without exaggeration. Okay, 8, I think, yes, we will discuss that kind of topics in Harmonic 4. We have, as you know, as I mentioned before, we have 50 topics, and I am planning to make at least 40 videos, about them, about each of them. Okay. Anyway, yes, I think the best way to develop self-confidence is speaking English. Self-confidence in speaking English is by role-playing with a partner. What do you think the best way to develop self-confidence in speaking English? First of all, we should start with, I think. The question starts with, what do you think? Okay, what do you think? The best way to develop. So I think the best way to develop self-confidence in English is doing what is by reading a lot, listening a lot, writing a lot, and speaking a lot. People can become a good conversationalist by listening to the others very well. Yes, listening comes first, then speaking comes. Okay, reading comes first, for example, then writing comes. Without reading, what shall I write without reading? If I haven't read anything, what shall I write? It doesn't make a sense. So people can become a good conversationalist by listening to the others very well. How else can they become good conversationalists? They can also become a good conversationalist by evolving their human good qualities. What else? Or how else? What else can they do? They can improve. They can become a good conversationalist. Each by keep up with the current affairs, by eating fruit and drinking tea with others, by joining games and clubs. Yeah, this is really important. By taking part in social activities or just by taking part in activities. In that case, we meet the other people, we come face to face with the other people, and so we will have an opportunity to have a conversation and to have a word with them. Okay. Helpful tips, yes. So this is dialogue 10, and it is the 600th dialogue of Harmony 3. Okay, 8. I can learn how to use a software program by taking computer classes. How can you learn how to use a software program? Yes, I can learn how to use. I can learn it. What is it? How to use. I can learn how to use a software program by asking the ways of using it to the experts. Okay, dialogue 11. The best way to become a good public speaker is, okay, it is way to become, the way to become, the good way to become, the better way to become. The best way to become a good public speaker is by knowing what to say. What do you think the best way to become a good public speaker is? Yes, I think the best way to become a good public speaker is by knowing when to say and how to say. When to say, where to say, and how to say something. This is the best way. This must be the best way. Okay, again, yeah, these are really important. They are really about life. Yes. Succeed, or as a verb means achieve. Succeed something, achieve something, accomplish something means deal with something effectively, successfully. Okay. But can we say succeed something successfully? No, we can't say like this because it already has that successfully adverb in it. Yes, if you succeed English, for example, it means that you have dealt with English successfully. Okay, you have succeeded English. When you have succeeded English, when you have achieved English, when you have accomplished English, it means that you have dealt with English successfully. Okay. Accomplish as a verb, achieve something, complete something, okay? Deal with something effectively, successfully, adequately, succeed in doing something. Yeah, this is another expression, of course. Succeed something, but succeed in doing something, being something, having something. Be successful in doing something, manage to do something, cope with doing something. Okay. So when it comes to goals, what goals did you accomplish in the past? What did you manage? What did you manage to do? Okay. What major plans do you want to achieve in the future? What basic, major, what fundamental plans do you want to achieve in the future? What will you be able to do in the future? These are all questions about being to do something. Okay. Who will succeed in getting a driver's license, for example? Yeah, again, let's remember, manage to do, cope with doing, succeed in doing, deal with doing something successfully, effectively, adequately. Now, dialogue 12, I managed to buy a computer in 2022. When did you manage to buy your first computer? I managed to buy my first computer 2 years ago. Ertan has managed to get good grades in the last few months. What has Furkan managed to do in the last few months? Furkan has managed to write 3 successful stories in the last few months. Are your grades good, very good, excellent, or average, or poor? Poor. Yes, they are excellent. I hope they are excellent. Okay. Your nephew has already managed to get a good job. Your nephew has already managed to get a good job. Why hasn't she been able to start working yet? She hasn't. Yeah, our purpose is, yes, to be able to use that kind of speech patterns easily. Yes. Why hasn't he been able to start working yet? He hasn't been able to start working yet because he hasn't he hasn't got the his certificate. Or he hasn't he didn't have his certificate approved. With hope, let's focus on the word hope. For example, I hope I will have. Now, future perfect. I hope I will have learned the third foreign language in the next few years. What do you hope you will have done in the next 2 or 3 years? I hope I will have I hope I will have the videos I will have made the videos of Harmony 4 in the future. I will have made, yes. I hope I will have made the videos of Harmony 4 as well in the future. Because thank God I have made the videos of Harmony 1, Harmony 2, and I am about to finish. I am about to finish Harmony 3. 16a. Rasim hopes he will have bought. Rasim hopes he will have bought his own car by next year. Yeah, is it clear? Rasim hopes he will have bought. Yeah, will have completed buying. Okay, his own car by next year. Which cities does he hope to have seen by 2025? Yes, he hopes he will have seen, he will have visited Paris, London, Amsterdam, Madrid, and Rome, and Istanbul. Okay, welcome to Europe. Would like, yes, want. Would like means want. In 10 years, Osman would like to have traveled many countries in Europe. Or Osman would like, yes. Osman wants to have traveled many countries in Europe. Where would Esad like to have traveled in 10 years? Esad would like to have traveled in Germany, France, and Italy. Salim has been able to complete his degree. Salim has been able to complete his degree. Has he learned some important life skills? Yes, of course, he has learned some very important life skills. Has he made an important career move? Yes, he has. He has made an important career move. Has he met the person who is right for him? Yes, he has met the person who is right for him to succeed his task in his new job. Salim is satisfied with, Salim is happy with, Salim is satisfied with his accomplishments so far. Is he hopeful about his future goals? Yes, he is very hopeful about his future goals, future aims, future targets. One goal, these are really important, a little bit complicated, but I really advise you to repeat them again and again, at least 7 or 10 times. One goal Salim would like to have reached by the time he is 50. This is the subject of a sentence, okay? One goal and which Salim wants to have reached by the time when he is 50. By the time he is 50 is having written a book about his career. So it is having written a book about his career. What is it? It is this. One goal of Salim would like to have reached by the time he is 50 is having written a book about his career. What is Salim's another goal? Let's start with like this. Salim's another goal Salim would like to have reached, or another goal that Salim would like to have reached by the time he is 50 is having bought a car and a house together. Now, what do you hope you have achieved by the time you are 40? Well, I hope I'll have achieved, yes, I'll have, or, well, I hope I'll have bought a car and a house, okay? Well, I hope I'll have bought a car and a house by the time I am 40, or when I am 40. Or I hope to have, just in short, I hope to have bought a car and a house by the time I am 40. Or I hope I'll have bought a car and a house by the time I am 40. I hope to have bought. I hope I'll have bought, or I hope to have bought. Yeah, just like the first one. I hope to have bought, or I hope I'll have bought, or I hope to have bought. Okay, that's one. What do you hope you will have achieved by the time you are 40? Well, I hope I'll have made a successful career in the music. I hope you have made a successful career in the music. B. I hope I'll have worked overseas for a few years somewhere where I can make difference. Okay? Or I hope to have worked overseas for a few years. I hope I'll have worked as an architect for 10 years and then have started an architecture office of my own. I hope to have worked as an architect for 10 years and then have started an architecture office of my own. Okay, how to write a CV? Summary is necessary, it seems that. Yes, how to write a CV, curriculum vitae. General information about us, okay, we should write general information. Then educational background, of course, it is a must. It is very important. It is a must. It is vital to talk about our educational background. Work experience, yes, immediately comes to our mind after educational experience. Work experience, of course, is very important. We should talk about our work experience. And but because life is not all about working, life also includes a leisure activities. So we should have some interest and hobbies. In a CV, it is also necessary to talk about hobbies, our hobbies. Okay, and skills, competencies. Yes, what we are good at, what we are competent at, what we are proficient at. Of course, they are also vital. And a summary at the end. Yes, at the end of your CV, you summarize. We summarize our CV, but at the beginning, as an initial, of course, a general information about our country, birth, age, etc. is necessary. Okay. Now, shall we try to write a amateur but simple and amateur practical CV about ourselves? Okay. Now, please use these questions in writing a CV, in writing a resume. Okay. Question one, for example, focus on this question. What has your greatest accomplishment been so far? Okay, has it changed you in any way? How? Yes. The second question is this. What are some interesting or unusual facts about yourself that make you a good choice for the job or the school? Interesting, unusual. Okay. Specific facts, specific to you. What is something you hope to have achieved in the future? So you should have dreams as well. Okay. When, why, and how will you reach this goal? Will achieving it change you? Why or why not? Or will achieving your goal change you or not? Okay. Now, key question one, for example, what has your greatest accomplishment been? Has it changed you in any way? If yes, how? Okay, for example, in a paragraph like this question can be answered. I've been able to accomplish, I've been able to achieve, yes, I've been able to accomplish many things in school and after school. First of all, I've managed to learn English and German and specialized in using computer. I changed from being a selfish individual to a helpful and caring person because of my education. That's why I can't help making a situation better or easier. It is my nature. It is my nature to make a normal situation a better and better, or easier and easier. Now, the second question, key question, let's remember it. What are some interesting or unusual facts about yourself that make you a good choice for the job or the school? Yes, what is specific about you, distinctive about you? I think I have the sense of attention. I have a lot of interest in what is good and useful, yet have no interest in what is unnecessary. Moreover, my teachers used to say that I could keep a balance between work and leisure. Means I believe that both work and necessary are leisure. Both work and leisure are necessary. Work is necessary. Leisure is also necessary for an individual. I am neither a man of work nor a man of leisure, but both. Yes. So I am I am far from the extremes. Yes. I am not a man of work. I am not a man of leisure. So if you are a man of leisure, it means that you don't have the balance between work and leisure. Okay, key question 3. What is something you hope to have achieved in the future? Yeah, what is something you hope to have achieved in the future? When, why, and how will you reach this goal? Will achieving it change you? Why or why not? There are still a few things which I'd like to have accomplished in the future. First, I hope I'll have received a master's degree in IT, information technology, from Oxford University. Furthermore, I'd like to have completed my study on an innovative approach to privately tutoring by the time I am 35. Yes, well, of course, if we combine the paragraphs, then it will become a composition about a CV. Of course, it can be expanded. Okay, now quiz time. Question 1. Don't you hope to be? Yes, don't you hope to be able to have a good job when you return your hometown? Question 2. Where have you been? Where have you been? This is very practical, yes, in daily language. Where have you been? I haven't seen you since the morning. Where have you been? You are supposed to. You are supposed to control the traffic around here. Yeah, it's your duty to control. You are supposed to. You should. You must control traffic around here. 3. We had been waiting. We had been waiting for about an hour when the last train finally came. Okay, do you see the past perfect? Continuous and simple past. Yes. Question 4. I prefer driving a car to. Yes, prefer doing something to doing something. I prefer driving a car to riding a bicycle. That leader is diplomatically qualified enough, adjective enough, qualified enough to negotiate for a mutual reduction of the armed forces in the region, in the area. Okay, vocabulary study time. It's time to study vocabulary. Okay. Be in a time warp or live in a time warp. Be old-fashioned in your behavior or opinions. Yeah. Be caught or locked or stuck in a time warp. Yeah. Have not changed even though everyone or everything else has changed. An imaginary situation in which the past or future becomes the present. Ponder, yes, it is really important. Ponder on something, ponder over something, ponder about something, or ponder how, ponder what, ponder whether. Yeah, think carefully about something, especially for a noticeable length of time. Also deliberate, consider, wonder about. Yes, let's ponder about child education. Let's ponder on child education. Let's ponder how child education will be. Let's ponder whether we will have a meeting connected with child education or not. Yes, okay. Let's ponder what we shall do. Let's ponder what, let's ponder it. Let's ponder, what is it? Let's ponder what we shall do. Cram into, cram onto, cram in. Yes, for something into a small space. If a lot of people cram into a place or vehicle, they go into it. So it is then full. If a lot of people cram a place, they fill it. Cram for prepare yourself for. Yeah, this is different. Yourself for an examination, especially for students. This expression is for students. Yeah, cram for an examination. Okay, by learning a lot of information quickly. Look like that. Look like. Okay, this he will. Of people or their appearance, very untidy. Yes, not neat. Okay. Okay, Murad Bey seems to be stuck. Yes. Is Murad Bey stuck in a time warp? I'm not sure, but Murad Bey seems to be stuck in a time warp because he's always interested in artifacts. Yes. Who else seems to be caught in a time warp? Yes, you can put a name and the rest is the same. Okay. Salih has been pondering about. Salih has been pondering on. Salih has been pondering on, pondering over improving his job these days. Or Salih has been pondering how he will improve his job. Okay. What has Kamil been pondering these days? Kamil has been pondering what he will tell his father about his new factory. Now, overestimating everything I can cram into a day off. Okay? Sami crammed a lot of clothes into his cupboard. Yeah, crammed, forced to put, okay? Yeah, Sami crammed a lot of clothes into his cupboard. What did Sinan cram into his bag? Sinan crammed a lot of books. Sinan crammed a lot of books into his bag. Why did so? He had to fasten it with a rope. Okay. Why did hundreds of people cram into the stadium? Hundreds of people crammed into the stadium because it was clear that the match would be extremely exciting. So they would get excited. Halim looks like that, or without that. Halim looks like he isn't conscious of his disheveled clothes. Who looks like he isn't conscious of his disheveled hair? Yes, Mahmoud looks like he isn't conscious of his disheveled hair. I wish he were conscious of his disheveled hair. Sorry, maybe this is his choice. Yeah, he prefers having that kind of hairstyle. Okay. Self-conscious as an adjective, aware of, yeah, this is the first meaning, of course, the real meaning. Be aware of. Yeah. Be aware of, become aware of, or get aware of, but of course, be aware of is the most famous one. Yes, be aware of who or what they are. A second meaning is a negative meaning, disapproved meaning, or disapproval meaning, adjective, disapproval. Easily embarrassed and nervous. Yeah, like this, like the cartoon. Stop noticing me. Okay. Nurten is self-conscious about her talking. Who is self-conscious about her walking? Selma is self-conscious about her talking, walking. Who is self-conscious about his appearance? Let's write that question as well. Who is self-conscious about his appearance? Let's find a name for that person. Who is self-conscious about his appearance? Because he always says, stop noticing me. Stop being aware of me. Stop looking at me. Stop being interested in me. Right. Let me take this from here to here. Okay, it's okay now. Yes, and let its name is Robert, for example. Who is self-conscious about his appearance? Yes, Robert is self-conscious about his appearance. Okay. Robert is easily embarrassed and nervous about his appearance. So stop looking at him continuously. Okay. Okay, this is for today, and I hope again it was helpful and useful to you. So until next time, stay happy and I wish you well-being. Have a good day. See you next time.